Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp, coming back at you again with another lesson entitled Tom Petty, I Won't Back Down. Spirit of Esau. Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm dealing with an upper respiratory infection. All right, so there are gonna be times when I'm gonna be probably coughing, gagging, trying to clear my throat, whatever. All right, but the other week I was out of town, and as I was on my way to the work site, the song "I Won't Back Down" came on the radio. Okay, I'm not a Tom Petty fan. I don't know anything about Tom Petty. I don't know anything about it. I just listened to the lyrics. And listening to the lyrics, okay, it was a spiritual thing because I could hear the spirit of Esau in those lyrics. All right. So I started laughing, right? And I'm like, who is this? And the guys in the car was like, that's Tom Petty. And so then he says, every white man in America knows this song. And I said, oh, okay. And that right there was proof positive and confirmation that I was going to do a lesson about it. Okay. So everybody knows Tom Petty. And the song I Won't Back Down, all right, supposedly the meaning of the song or the backstory of the song was that Tom Petty was a victim of arson and someone burned his house down. And so, in defiance, he rebuilt on the same place, the same spot. He wasn't going to let that move him. Okay. Um, he says, I won't back down. So he wrote the song, I Won't Back Down. Now, in the Bible, the Lord doesn't say the white people, okay, it's Esau, Edom. It don't say that. All right. Because that would just be too that was the so-called white people. That would just be too easy. Okay, it don't work like that. The Lord had to give clues. Okay, and He gives these clues and spiritual discernment, and He gives those secrets to the prophets, and the prophets are the ones who have been revealing. Okay, the wicked. All right, so the wicked is being revealed, right, by and being consumed by the spirit of the Lord's mouth, which is his prophets. Okay? All right, so we have to understand that. So Esau, all right, he is considered the wicked, the profane, the basest of men. He's the grape gatherer that won't leave any grapes. Okay? If you're familiar with Israel's law, the welfare system, okay, was built into the law where whenever you gleaned your harvest, you always left the corners for the poor. Okay? So the Lord says that the spirit of Esau, he ain't leaving no grapes for nobody. All right? That's just, he's going to consume, consume, consume. And that's what he's done all over the planet Earth. He goes to a place and he strips and just takes the natural resources out of that for his own profit and gain. All right, and moves to the next place. Okay. So in this lesson, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the spirit of Esau. All right, we're gonna look at the spirit of Esau um in the different characteristics. Also, this I won't back down, okay, it's the same. This man is going to fight against the Lord, and we're going to see that at the end of this lesson. All right, he's going to fight against the Lord. Hey, he was ready to fight against us when the Lord delivered us from Egypt, and all the other nations knew that the Lord delivered us from the hand of Pharaoh, and yet he was still ready to fight us. Salakia, see, I could stop I could stop the lesson and try to start again, but the same thing is going to happen. So you just have to bear with me. All right, Salaki. So here we go. Let's go to Second Thessalonians. We're going to start at the 8th verse. All right. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Okay? So the wicked, all right, is going to have the 2/3 in straits. Okay? He's going to have them ensnared and trapped, okay, where they will believe a lie. All right. And his lies is his philosophies. All right. And his new world order. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah 49 and 10. Jeremiah 49 and 10. You know what? Let me just grab it. I'll grab it here. Jeremiah 49 and 10. Jeremiah 49 and 10. And it reads, But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. See, the Lord said he hated Esau. All right? Say he loved Jacob and hated Esau. This is in Romans 9 and 13. All right? He said that he's going to lay his mountains waste. Mountains meaning governments. All right? For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Okay? Esau, Edom, has always um, lived in high places. Mount Seir, Petra, Caucasus Mountains. All right? He likes to live up high. So now he has mountains made out of concrete. All right? Those are called skyscrapers. All right? Modern day mountains. So these are all clues as to who he is. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Okay? All right. So you have he that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. You have another clue is that he is the eagle. All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. Now, this is, right, one of America's representations of the eagle. Okay. United States. The bird of the United States is the eagle. All right. And in one talon, you have olive branch. And in the other one, you have arrows. What do you think that means? Okay. There's plenty of symbolism here. All right. He extends an olive branch with one leg, and then what? And the other leg, he's got arrows. Okay. Oh, let me go back. Screwed that up. Tom Petty looked pretty wicked, don't he? Okay, let's go back to my pictures. All right. So this is the British Heligoland. All right, right there. On the left, right here, you have the flag of Spain from 1977 to 81, 1981. Over here, you have the German World War One and World War Two flag. You see the eagle on it. Then you see the eagle on the French flag, 1857. Then you see the eagle on this Greek flag, and over here you see the the eagle on this Roman flag. Okay, all right. So eagle has been representation of this man. All right, and just as red is also his representation. Okay, Edom means red. Okay, the red people. Okay, not the so-called North American Indian. He's not. He wasn't red. They called him a nigger. Okay, the so-called North American Indians were also called black. Okay, they were also classified as Negroes. The real red man is what you're looking at right here. All right. All right. So that was just a little background so we can get some of his attributes. All right. So now let's go to Malachi. Now, if so, before we go to Malachi, let's go to Romans real quick. Romans 9 and 13. Now, this is in the New Testament. Okay. So no one will argue in the Old Testament that the Lord was only dealing with the nation of Israel. All right. But somehow, through um, replacement theology and universalism, you have the New Testament and you have this belief system, all right, or a bunch of lies from Christianity that thinks the Lord has changed up all his plans, um, replaced his people, changed his people, and sharing all the covenants and the promises that he had for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, they're no longer the people. Now everybody's the people. Okay, but Romans 9 and 13 says, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." All right, now there's plenty of prophecies all throughout the Old Testament dealing with the nation of uh, of Esau, or the nation of Edom or Idumea. All right, that have not come to pass yet. All right, now if I was hated of the Lord, right? If I was hated of the Lord and the Lord said he was gonna ultimately destroy me, I probably would be trying to hide who I am too. All right. If I was hated of the Lord, all right, the way these people are. This is Malachi 1, all right, and 1. It says, "The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places." Okay, so just like Tom Petty say, "I won't back down," and he rebuilded his house. All right, after the so-called arson. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, "They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever." All right. I grew up in so-called black church. I ain't never heard none of these scriptures ever my whole life in church. Okay? Because you ain't gonna learn this in church. All right? Church is the congregation of the dead. That's what that is. All right, so let's get into Obadiah real quick, and then we're gonna move on into this lesson, because we got to get the rest of the characteristics. Okay, we got to find out what's up with these people. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said Yahweh power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay? So this is just a little bit of foretelling about what's going to happen, all right, in these latter days. Everyone, okay, that was in bed with America, which is Babylon the Great, okay, all right, they're going to turn against America, okay. This is Jeremiah 41, 41 or 51. Let me see. No, wait, was 40. Where's my destroying wind at? Salaki, hang on for a second. Golden Cup. Oh, 51. What did I say? 41? All right, this is Jeremiah 41 and 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. All right. Yeah. So everybody that was in bed with Babylon is going to turn against her. All right. Back to Obadiah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's go back to 8. Shall I not in that day, said Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, and neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Okay? So the Lord said, hey, they sat back and watched, you know, as Israel went into captivity, as Judah went into captivity, all right, in Babylon. And they sat back and watched. All right. And then what they did was they helped catch. All right. They helped catch us. Verse 15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head, whereas ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. Okay, so this is uh this is the inevitableness of what's going to happen with Esau. Okay, all right, so um, let's come on back with we're gonna come back with part two of Tom Petty. I won't back down. All right. So I pray this lesson has been edifying. All right. Come back for part two. Shalom.